Good afternoon, YouTube viewers and subscribers. So today on my new side of my stand, I've got my GMS 76A ringed engine here. This is not the first time I've run it. I chose not to. I didn't feel like messing with the camera when I ran this thing the first time. I just wanted to play with it. So I've actually run this engine probably 3 times, 3 heat cycles on it, not 3 tanks, 3 times. As many of you know, GMS engines and some of the other Chinese made engines have had some history with their carbs being finicky and that type of thing. What I learned in the first few times I ran this engine was I might actually have one of those strange carbs. Unfortunately, none of the other spare carbs I've got on hand, I haven't tried like the JBA or the Tiger Shark engines, but spare carbs I've got laying around would not fit this engine. What I saw the very first couple of times I ran it, or at least the first time, was that even though the carbs seemed to be set up properly, I would see higher full throttle or higher RPM at about 3/4 full throttle than when I went to at 3/4 open than when I went to full throttle. It would drop down. It was like the mid-range was perfect, but then you go to full throttle and it was weird. But yet the idle seemed fine no matter where I was. So I basically reset the carb up and I closed the idle needle completely and just opened it doing my standard procedure. And the last time I had this running, it seemed like it was running a little bit better, but we'll see. You'll be able to see, because maybe I'll just put marks in the video when I say I'm at, half throttle or 3/4 throttle or what. I don't know. You'll see though. Hopefully you'll be able to see. Hopefully it won't. Maybe it'll actually be running properly. I've got Omega 10% fuel in this tank, and I've got an OS number 8 glow plug and an old Master Airscrew 14.6 prop here. I think it's a 14.6. I'll have to double check. I'm pretty sure it's a 14.6 prop. So let's fire this thing up and see how it wants to run today. Okay, so that run really wasn't too bad. I think I've got the idle and the carb set pretty well. I mean, I could probably lean the carb out a little bit more, but it's still got very little run time on it, so I was probably pushing a little bit harder than I should have there, but really kind of wanted to make a point and test that carb setting out. But I think you can see it's a pretty nice running engine. Being a Dykes ringed engine and having a lot less compression feel like this, it probably doesn't really make it a very good hand starter. I think I've tried a couple times and I just really wasn't successful. So this is probably one of those engines where you'd need an electric starter all the time. But that's fine, it fired right up anyway. So, I mean, it looks like a decent running engine, and maybe I had a carb issue, maybe I didn't, I don't know. Maybe it was just a matter of me getting it set properly. But anyway, it's a pretty decent run, pretty decent running engine. Thank you.